A fallen deputy's legacy stretching far beyond the badge. Tonight, we're learning even more about Larry Henderson. And thanks a lot for joining us here at 5. I'm Mike Dardis.
Good evening to you. I'm Cherie Palella. So tonight, we're hearing from childhood friends and co-workers about Deputy Henderson's impact across Greater Cincinnati. Our WLWT News 5's Karen Johnson live tonight in Anderson Township with more. Hi, Karen.
Oh, hey, Cherie. You know, so many people have been sharing stories with me, very powerful stories about Larry Henderson. Some folks have been expressing their gratitude by talking with him, talking about him with me. Others, including a childhood friend, writing her thoughts about Larry down on paper.
One image, dozens of memories. This simple sketch shared with me by one of Larry Henderson's childhood friends speaks volumes about who he was as a friend, father, husband, and warrior. One of the good guys taken too soon.
He was a team player. 100%. He would do anything in the world for anybody, and we'd be the first one to do it.
Tom Canada, who now works as a school resource officer in Harrison, worked side by side with Henderson at the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office.
Worked out here in the far west together, and then we also worked details together,
including security detail for UC football.
You probably wouldn't find one player that ever came through UC's football program that didn't love Larry. He treated some of the guys he treated as his kids. And
the two also worked shifts at Green Acres in Whitewater Township. Canada recalls a day where men were fighting on a boat.
And Larry goes, you know, as soon as you get over here, then we'll deal with it. But it was, you know, they got arrested, they got disorderly conduct tickets, but it was a few minutes later, it was like they were best friends. The guy was like, I appreciate the way you treated me.
Henderson had a gift for de-escalating tense moments, knowing what to say and how to listen.
You know, a lot of people don't understand how much Larry meant to everybody.
In the words of his childhood friend, Henderson was dedicated and a good guy. He spent his life showing up for others, and now his brothers and sisters in uniform vow to show up for his family.
You know, people will be there to help you. Just take the help. Take the love and the help.
And Tom Canada also tells me that Larry Henderson was a boots-on-the-ground type of deputy. He loved being out in the field with the troops. And, you know, from talking to people who know them, who knew Henderson, there were a lot of smiles shared, a lot of laughs also, because one thing I have learned quite a bit over the last 4 days, he was a jokester and he loved playing practical jokes. Reporting live in Anderson Township tonight, Karen Johnson, WLWT News 5.